Grading companies, what are you guys doing? Hey guys, it's Kid Comics, and today I wanted to discuss how CGC or any grading services 9.9s and 10s should not exist and are unfair. Without further ado, let's begin the video. Before I begin this video, I want to let you guys know that I'm not here as a channel or as a person to come and try and bash on any of these people or grading services. This video is just purely informational, and I'm not here to hate on any sort of grading company or anyone at that in this entire channel. So just to let you guys know, if you guys are expecting that, then you guys just might as well exit the video, because I'm all about, being a good person on this channel and not hating or disrespecting anyone else. Now, the reason I started this video was from a post from a well-known comic creating content YouTuber, otherwise known as Automatic Comics. And if you don't know who Automatic Comics is he's just sort of like those investment type comic book collector YouTube channels where he talks about all things comic book investment related and just pretty much anything going on in the comic book community. Anyways, he posted a recent video stating about this owner who had a CGC 9.9 X-Force number 2 lost over $4 grand just because of one grade, and that was a 9.9. And pretty much in the video he talks about how a collector, from some collector on Heritage Auctions ended up buying an X-Force 2, and it was a CGC 9.9. Now, this 9.9 went up for over $4,000. And if you don't know, that's quite a lot of money for X-Force 2, because that's only the second appearance of Deadpool, and it's a 9.9. So, pretty much, that same person tried to resell it on eBay. And lo and behold, that book ended up selling for only $600 on eBay. That owner pretty much just lost $4,000. That much money going down the drain is a terrible loss. I could not imagine the pain I would go through if I had to deal with losing $4 grand on one single book. Now, another example that Automatic Comics went through was that there was a Daredevil 182 also on Heritage Auctions, and it was a 9.9, old label, remember that, and pretty much that book went up for around $1,600, and that person that bought it thought, hey, I'm going to get this reholder just to make the case look a little bit nice, because it was one of those, like mid-2010s, cases from CGC where it was kind of faded. But anyways, he sent that in, and pretty much that owner ended up getting a 9.9 down to a 9.8 for no reason. And that is 100% CGC's fault for that. Because a reholdering or recasing should not be a regrading. You should not be regrading that 9.9 down to a 9.8. No matter how bad of a mistake you make, that should not happen. And that is 100% the grader's fault. And, I just find it how dumb it is, because this just shows the grader bias for pretty much any grading company. And this leads us into our first reason. And this just tells us that these graders are completely biased on the 9.9s and 10s and how they grade those. Like how I showed the 9.9 Daredevil 182, that completely changed from a 9.9 to 9.8 because the grader thought, hey, this doesn't look well enough to be a 9.9. I'm going to put it down to a 9.8 and make this person lose a ton of money. And that's what happened. That person ended up losing a ton of money, which used to be a $1,600 book, down to like a $100 book. And I just believe that this is a really powerful reason why 9.9s and 10s should not exist for any grading company that does comic books at all. Another example of this grader bias comes from another well-known YouTuber known as Rob's Fat Stacks of Comics. And he's pretty similar to Automatic Comics in the sense of talking about comic book collecting as a whole and, talking about grading companies and such. But anyways, he made a post talking about his PGX 9.9s and how he resent them in to CGC to hopefully get them back as a 9.9 or even higher, a 10. Lo and behold, to his surprise, those PGX 9.9s all ended up coming back as CGC 9.8. How much bias do you think would be within the grading community? That must be a ton, especially with the 9.9s and 10s, because you can clearly tell if it's a 9.9 from another well-known grading company, then all of those books should be a 9.9 as well when they send it into CGC, right? Well, I suppose not, because the grader, I guess that day, just wasn't having it and didn't think those books were worthy of the 9.9 or even 10 grade. So, the grader just put them down to CGC 9.8. My second and final reason on why these 9.9s and 10s should not exist to any grading company that does comic books at all is because of how overhyped and especially overpriced these books can be. Let's take the X-Force 2 CGC 9.9 no example. On Heritage Auction, that book went up to $4,600. That is a lot of money, right? Well, the same person that bought the book from Heritage thought, hey, I'm going to sell this on eBay on an auction and see if I can get more money out of this. Well, to that owner's surprise, that book only ended up getting $600 at auction. Meaning that person just lost $4,000. $4,000 thrown away just because of getting it resent into another auction service. That is insane. And this just shows how overhyped some of these grades can be. And especially how overpriced they are. I mean, who would want to spend $4,600 on just a 9.9 of an X-Force number 2? Mind you, that is the second appearance of Deadpool. But still, it shouldn't be that much for a minor key book being a 9.9. Well, that's going to wrap up the short rant for you guys today. And I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I wanted to make this video because I just wanted to speak out against how unfair 9.9s and 10s are, especially within the grading comic book community. And I thought this would be a good reminder, especially for grading companies like PSA starting to enter this whole comic grading race, to please do not make 9.9s and 10s like the other grading companies. In fact, I would like it if you guys just made your guys' 9.9s and 10s kind of like the 9.8s of like the CGC census, where, you know, it doesn't matter about the manufacturing errors or any type of printing errors in the book. All that matters is that the book is in good condition. So, if you guys like this video and want to see more, make sure to smash that subscribe button and give it a thumbs up. And also, thank you guys for watching this one. And I'll see you guys in the next video.